So just yesterday, as of recording this, we finally got the Homeland DLC trailer, and with it, the reveal of the Janet Cage cameo fighter. Finally, we got new content to talk about. Now, if you've been involved in the community in any capacity over the past 24 hours, you've seen everyone talking about the trailer and the characters, and a lot of people really don't like the new cameo fighter, Janet Cage, for the reasons I'm going to address in this video. Now, yes, I know a lot of people are talking about Homelander negatively too, but it's a lot more split, with a lot more people having more opinions on it, where with what I've seen, at least, it's very one-sided on Janet. Before we get started, make sure that if you enjoyed this video, make sure to go check out some of my other videos, and if there's anything you want to see me cover in a video, let me know down in the comments below, and if I make a video about it, I'll give you a shout out. With all that out of the way, let's get started. Before we get into why people don't like her, we need to know, well, who is Janet Cage? If you played through the whole Mortal Kombat 1 story mode, you'd remember the Armageddon chapter. She's introduced there, you see her a few times, then you see her with Ninja Mime Johnny and a regular version of Johnny fighting Goro, and Ninja Mime gets knocked into the abyss. The two then knock Goro there too, but right after them two fall in with them. Yeah, that was confusing, I know. And there's also an evil version of her you fight in the chapter. Side note, I was looking at the wiki of the evil version of Janet, and it says her crimes are abuse and terrorism. There are also other gender swap characters you can see in that chapter, like versions of Reptile, Sub-Zero, and Ermac. Yeah, I know this section was short, but there really isn't much to talk about when it comes to the story of this character. So, as I said earlier, a lot of people really don't like the fact that she's in the game on their roster in some kind of way. Before I talk about the main reasons people don't like her and are disappointed, I want to clear up something. I understand why people don't like Janet and are upset that she's a cameo. I'm making this video in defense of her, but obviously I would rather have other characters as a cameo, but I don't think it's as bad as people say, and I really don't mind seeing her in this game. So let's get into it. Now, the main point I see people making is that she's a boring character. If you can even call her a character, she's a cheap, lazy copy and paste of Johnny and Cassie. Now, the first thing I have to say about this is that's really the point. She is supposed to be a gender-swapped version of Johnny Cage. Now, that doesn't make her a good character, or even a character in the first place, which I agree with, but she is a joke character. Mortal Kombat has had a history of joke characters in the past. This isn't anything new. Mocap and me are joke characters. Boraicho is a joke character. Cyber Reptile from the Mortal Kombat 9 Challenge Tower is a joke character. Hell, Noob Saibot was originally a joke character. His name was just the two original creators' names backwards. Janet Cage is a joke character made playable through cameo fighters. But at the same time, this community has had a history of taking obvious joke characters that are made not to be taken seriously with 100% seriousness. Joke characters are completely okay. It would have been way worse if she was a full-on playable character. I would completely understand all of the uproar then, but she isn't. I mean, remember the outrage when Boraicho was announced as DLC for Mortal Kombat X? And the other thing I hear a lot of people talking about is we should have gotten Cassie Cage as a cameo instead. I like Cassie Cage. She's my favorite female character in Mortal Kombat, and I would love to see her in this game. But I feel like the reason they picked Janet Cage instead was for the gameplay. If it were Cassie, it wouldn't make a lot of sense, because while Cassie has a lot of similar moves to Johnny, she's not a full-on complete mirror of Johnny, which is what they're going for with Janet. Most of, if not all of the cameos are being portrayed as their first ever appearance in the franchise, except for the ninjas and Goro for whatever reason. We already have Johnny's first appearance with him with the Jean-Claude Van Damme alt skin. And so that's about it. If you agree or disagree with the points I made about this whole situation, let me know down in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to go check out some of my other videos, and if there's anything you want to see me cover in a video, let me know down in the comments below, and if I make a video about it, I will give you a shout out. Thank you all so much for watching this video, and I will talk to you all later. Thank you.